Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday night live stream. Hope everybody's
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
well. Been a long, hard week. Well, not that long, but still hard. So we're glad all y'all are here. Kyle, start us off like you always do, bro.
Good evening, everybody. Glad to see everybody in the side chat. Glad to have everybody here on the panel.
Good
Uh,
evening, everybody. Glad to see everybody in the side chat.
Not me. Good to have everybody here. Glad to see everybody. Hope everybody had a good week. Been a rough week for some of us. Been a good week for some of us. It's just good to sit down and kind of unwind with everybody. So glad all of y'all are here. And I'm gonna say hello, my brother Julio. He's
Hi,
not.
everybody. Thank you for the invite. It's I've been hiding a lot lately. Been very busy with the kitchen at home, but once everything is done, I should be able to join everybody on a normal schedule. And who's next?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Got to chat, hit it up for some reloading stuff. Hear what you guys in the side chat have to say and what you want to add. Busy week here myself. A lot going on. Had a couple projects in the reloading room. Those worked out pretty good. I'm still testing out that second one, but so far I'm liking it. A powder stand. And hopefully get out and do some outdoor activities this weekend. We're supposed to have some nice weather.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty down here too.
Nice and cool.
So we've been live 2.5 minutes already, and I just now got the notification from YouTube that we were live. So
Yeah, I had to refresh it. Okay, it wouldn't switch over to live.
yeah, so hope everybody had a good week. Hey, Big Al, we'll go through the side chat. Um, AR Gun 1776 sent me a text. He ain't feeling real good, but he might jump in here in a few minutes. We hope to see him, and we've got several other invites out, and so if somebody else pops in, don't be surprised. So anyway,
I hope Elliot's doing all right.
yeah, Willie. I'm sure Willie's fine. Hey, JCM 45. Uh, let me, y'all excuse me just for 1 minute. Big Al, do you know a guy named Puddin that lives in Potts County, Oklahoma? I've been watching car videos, and there's a guy called his channel is called Puddin's Fab Shop, and he's in Potts County, Oklahoma. And I never can think to ask or to send Big Al an email and if he knows this guy. I know it's Potts County, Big Al, or that's what he says. I don't know if there's a POTTS is what I would figure, but there may not even be a county in Oklahoma named that. He's funny as crap though, man. So anyway, y'all go check out Puddin's Fab Shop. Anyway, back to reloading. I think we all got a lot on our minds and on our hearts. I want to thank Jason Stewart for one of the comments way back before we ever went live, and he was talking about. Remember how happy and safe you felt 20 years ago tonight? And
Right.
my first thought was, well, 20 years ago tonight, and I felt anything but that. And I'm like, no, 20 years ago tomorrow night, I felt anything but happy and safe. 20 years ago tonight, yeah, man, it was good. Life just hadn't been the same since then. And I know there's a lot of ceremonies and stuff like that's being planned for tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be one in everybody's hometown. So if you get a chance, go pay our respects to those folks that lost their lives on a very tragic thing. There's Walter Coates. What's going on, Walter? Any of you guys want to address 9/11?
I just a show of hands, who remembers where they were 20 years ago? Tomorrow morning at about 8:45. It's like my parents. They remember exactly what seat they were sitting in, whatever classroom they were in when
For Kennedy.
JFK got that terrible thing that happened to him. I mean, it scars you. It really does.
Yep. And
Anyway, that's enough about that. It's never enough about that. But I want to ask Big Al a question. You sent me an email. I responded a little bit, and I think you sent me another one that I haven't seen yet. Did you find the answer to your question, sir? I noticed it when I was logging on to here. I'm like, well, it's a little too late to go into it now.
I think we all remember where we were when we, as Alan Jackson said, when the world stopped.
The world stopped turning.
There's Walter Bunny. That's on my bucket list, man.
Oh, that's tomorrow. Oh, okay.
Oh, Alabama Reloader, cool.
Yep, Wes stopped by for a visit.
Never
Glad
been
to
there.
see him. Glad to see him out there, man.
Yep, it's more local for Julio and I, but yep, been
Right.
Yeah, I'm a little slow, so now I know what you guys are talking about.
there. The memorial, 9/11 memorial in New York.
Yeah.
Hey, Mario.
Hey.
The room's filling up out there, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Come on in, children. Come on in. We do have a couple of interesting things to talk about tonight.
Somebody's knocking at the door. Hold on, let me get that.
Uh-oh.
Tim S. What's
Knocky,
happening?
knocky.
Hello, Tim.
Not a whole lot. Hello.
Tim, do you know
Tim, how you doing,
Ocean
sir?
374?
Yes, I do. Well, I've been on the side chat with him before. Yep. Never live.
Well, you can't say that no more after tonight. Julio's good people, man. You got a problem with Julio, you got a problem.
Yeah, you ain't living right if you got a problem with Sir Julio there.
Of course, you know, we can say that about most everybody in our community. I just care a lot about all of them. I really do.
I tell you what, Julio, I'm gonna turn the Willie loose on that Texan shotgun press.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna pack up a box and ship it back to him because he can't carry it on the airplane with him.
Yeah, I know. Well, he can, but it's got to be in a separate baggage.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. But it's more of a headache than anything else.
But I'm gonna turn him loose. I'm gonna have him fill up a couple of ammo cans for me and fill up an ammo can for himself, and then ship the whole ammo can back with him.
So you're
What are
doing a
these?
few of those 700 grainers?
Sir?
You're going to be loading a few of those 700 grainers?
Yeah. Oh God. Dogs.
What was that?
That was Rebel running into a trash can.
Oh, that was the lightning.
Yeah, I thought it was some kind of explosion.
That kind of woke me up a little bit there.
There's Bald and Curious. What's up,
They got
man? How you doing?
they got to chasing everybody around the yard, and Rebel got a little overexcited there. This is the same dog that got excited in the house and ran into a wall, and then looked at me like, "When'd you build this wall?" I'm like, "I don't know, 1973."
Um,
Are you okay, buddy?
Oh, stop.
I just
Yeah.
thought he acted stupid. Hell, he may be.
I remember how crowded the church was that Sunday morning. That next Sunday morning, for about 3 weeks, we had record crowds.
Yeah, I was off work for about 42 minutes, and I was in the I was at back at the hotel room. I was in Louisiana at the time, and I was in the shower, and my coworker who was there with me, he was from what's halfway to Augusta, uh, Cordele, Georgia. He started beating on the door. He's like, "Are you watching TV?" I'm like, "No, I'm in the shower." He goes, "Turn the TV on." I'm like, "Oh God, what channel?" He said, "Any of them." I turned it on just in time to see the second plane hit. And I'm like, "What the hell?" I've been off work about 45 minutes, and I stayed up the rest of the damn day. I just
So you were working night shift, what?
yeah, we got off at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it happened about 8:30 that morning, and a
Mhm.
absolutely beautiful, clear blue sky.
Yep.
I remember that like nobody's business.
Yep,
And
terrible.
so, Tim, what about you, man? Where were you on 9/11?
Uh, I had just got home from working the night shift. I got off at 6 a.m. Uh, I was a police officer and got home and was in bed. And my wife wakes me up and tells me that we were being attacked about the time the second plane hit. And woke up, got up, started watching the news. And about maybe an hour later, they were calling me into work and
Easy.
had to direct traffic at a gas station because everybody was trying to fill their gas tanks up.
I remember that.
Main
Uh,
Street was blocked because all the cars.
any of you guys in the side chat want to share where you were? I'll put you up on the board here.
They canceled all air travel and all that, and I'm stuck in Tallulah, Louisiana, which, no offense if anybody here is from Tallulah, Louisiana, but it is a small town in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. They got a tree stand factory and a truck stop. That's about what they got. They don't even have a Waffle House.
Sounds like a good town.
Wow.
And they canceled all the air travel, and I'm scheduled to fly out the next day. I'm like, how am I getting back home to my pregnant wife, who is due to give birth, any day? And I was like, oh my, I'm gonna have to hitchhike with a damn JB Hunt driver or something, just to get me back to Georgia, you know. Uh, but I mean that was the getting back home was my priority, but figuring out how to do it was not. It was digesting everything that had just happened. I was fresh out of the military when that happened. Uh, it was just it was just unreal, just unreal.
Can y'all imagine being a student of Walter Bunny. How cool is that, man? That would be awesome.
That would be.
And Signal Soldier 31, thank you for your service, sir, to all our veterans. AG23, we can start now. G's here. Okay, Julio, do you remember where you were?
Yes, I was making a delivery to a beach house in the we have a town here. It's called Southport, and waiting for the water. I was calling the customer for confirmation on the location, and the phone went dead. And one of the contractors said the plane just hit the World Trade Center in New York. I said, really? He said, look across the water. All you see was the smoke from it. Right where I was, I could see the smoke when that happened. And at the same time, the cell tower, I guess they were on there, and cell phone couldn't connect anymore. It was dead.
I forgot that y'all were that close to that.
Yeah, we're not far.
No,
Yeah.
So,
Well, and Fuzz needs to understand it doesn't matter how it happened, it just matters that it happened.
hmm
But I love you, Fuzz.
that's me, man. Well, CW, you go first. I'll go last. Y'all more important than me.
I was working sales, and I was delivering to a Stop and Shop at an IGA. When I got in the Stop and Shop, the first plane had just hit, and I saw the commotion with some people, but I didn't catch on what was going on. Of course, it's the last thing in your mind. And I was in Waterbury. Julio knows where that is. And I was going right up 69, Route 69, to a little IGA. And when I got in that little IGA, I was more friendly with the small little grocery store. And I was more friendly with them than the big Stop and Shop. And one of the guys pulled me in the office, and we actually watched the second plane hit. And it was just, the day was just shot after that. I had more work to do, but it was just surreal. It was, at that time we were thinking a plane crash still. We weren't attacked yet. We just wondered why it happened again. And then as I was getting home, we heard about the other plane that was supposed to hit the Pentagon that those heroes crashed and stopped that from happening. Or the last plane rather. So it was really surreal. It was probably the same for everybody. Just
Once a light switch went off in your head, you was like, "Oh crap,"
hmm
because you didn't know what was coming next.
yep, for sure.
Yeah, you Big Al. Yes, I do. I dang sure do remember that.
Yep, it's a startling realization, man.
It was. It was like, oh wait, oh, mm.
Yeah.
There's Kingpin with all his names again. How does he type so fast? Yeah,
He
it was
can't be doing
terrible.
it with his thumbs.
I opened the door and his name was Jason. I don't know what he's doing now, but he was there from Cordele, Georgia, in Louisiana with me. I unlocked the door. I'm sitting there in a towel, just got out of the shower. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he just turns on the television. I forget what channel it was on, but it was less than a minute later, bam! I'm like, what the hell is going on? That's when the light switch went off. This is not accidental.
Yep. Spot on. Spot on, broke loader.
Yep.
Spot on. Oh boy, he's got another one.
Yeah. Yep. I'd never seen so many Americans suddenly find the Lord than September the 12th. Yep, that actually was odd, and I've never seen this country more unified than on September the 12th.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Leverguns. Yeah, we probably won't the way it's looking now because we're not as young as we used to be. Let's just pray it doesn't take something like that to uniform uh, to unify us again. I was at work and I was about to start hitting my rounds at the time. Um, I was the copier repairman for the school system, and I always had plenty to do. Hey, OCD, what's up, my brother?
Dag nabbit, Jamie, it's going to take you an hour and a half to go through the side chat here in a little bit.
I know it. That's good, man. That's good. They know we all love them.
48. 48 now.
Yeah.
We love them all, man. Each and every one. Uh, but I had just gone to get a cup of coffee before I hit the road. And needless to say, when I went in the kitchen, there's a TV in the kitchen, and then after I looked up and saw what was going on, uh, I stood there and I was drinking a cup of coffee, and me and the guy that was our communications expert, you know, he does all the commercials and the spokesman, broadcast the high school football games. That dude, and me and him were standing there talking, watching it. And about that time, a plane flew into the second tower, and that's when I knew that it wasn't an accident, that we had been attacked.
Yep.
And it was a very sobering moment. But yeah,
Yeah, Dave, you ain't wrong.
yeah,
But we're not going into politics. We're not going to do it tonight. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
no,
Something I remember about back then, afterwards, several weeks, if not months afterwards, how much respect everybody was giving law enforcement, firefighters, and all that. Nurses, doctors, everybody. The appreciation.
A lot of
But,
people ran into the fires of hell to school people that day. That just shows you that they give a crap about humanity.
Yeah.
I guess that was about the best way I could put that.
Yeah.
Al wants to talk about politics. Vote for Petro.
Broke Loader wants to talk about it too.
We ain't got enough time, brother.
No. Or censors, because somebody's going to need to censor something that I'm sure that somebody will say in the side chat or on the panel. So we're just going to leave that alone.
Okay.
I didn't bring my soapbox, please.
Yeah, right. And if you get me riled up, you're gonna need soap to wash my mouth out. You can keep the box.
Yeah.
I need soap.
Use one of them Duke bars. You'll be stuck. You'll be fine.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, 762. I'll take one strong.
Oh, coffee.
Yeah, I love good strong coffee.
Jamie, I got to get my eyes checked. I can't hardly read the side chat anymore.
You got it blowed up.
I guess I could make it. I could make it a little bigger.
Wow,
You can do
man.
that.
That's crazy, Dave.
So glad that I worked.
You can do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, my focus was getting back to my family, my pregnant wife. That's what I was focused on, and I was willing to ride in a JB Hunt cab over from Louisiana to Georgia. Don't know you.
That's fair.
Move over and I'll drive. Let's go.
Hey, Scott, y'all say hey to Insight Freedom, my brother.
Hey Scott, how you doing, man? I'm really enjoying your videos on Instagram with your son skateboarding and your daughter horseback riding. That's awesome. You need to come down to the house if you can this weekend or next week or something like that. Gonna have a house full.
So who's going to be there besides Willie?
I think Crazy Scotsman's going to bring Daniel down, and MCK is supposed to come down. I don't know. Last I heard, that was the plan.
Sounds good.
Maybe the Crazy Scotsman can stop by and pick up Fuzz and bring him down. Fuzz, you need a vacation?
Scott, anytime you're not driving on a Friday night, just text me and I'll send you a link, buddy. That's one of my favorite places, Cracker Barrel.
I got one right down the street, G. Come on.
Yep. I used to go all the time.
Got one right down the street.
I like when they display all the antique stuff up in the ceiling, you know?
Oh yeah, the knickknacks that you find around there are awesome.
Yeah.
And Jamie, I found a place that you need to bring Miss Lisa to here in Cartersville for dinner. Called the 8-Track Diner, ATE Track. It's right by the train tracks in downtown.
Down on the square.
Yes, dude, you would love the interior of that place. There's all kinds of speaker cabinets and old stereos, and everywhere I looked, I found something cool. And Angel's like, "Why ain't you talking to me?" I said, "Because I'm looking at that."
Well, she works down there now, so we'll be hitting that place soon. All right, I'm going to run through the side chat since AR ain't here to do it. And Mr. Pollard, I apologize in advance. So, I didn't know Julio was a Yankees fan. Anyway, we got Big Al out there, Kingpins out there, Lakeview Outdoors, G23, Ocean 374 is on the panel, Michael Hurtneck. G23 again, GGW Reloading, OCD Outdoors, CW Long Shots on the panel. JCM 45 Broke Loader, Lakeview, Jerry 1911, Thor's Axe, Andy 79 Z28, Buzz T Fork 8, Big Al, Crooked Creek Shooting. How you doing, buddy? Ain't seen you in a while. Welcome home. Let's see. Kyle Lusk is on the panel. We got Mr. Pollard's out there, so he's hearing how pitiful I'm doing this. Michael Hurtneck, Bald and Curious. What's up, Val? Hobbies Hobo. Big Al says vote for Pedro again. It's my judge. Got Kingpin again. Broke Loader again. OCD. I'm repeating myself. Let's see.
Mario.
Yeah, I saw Mario out there.
Lakeview.
Insight Freedom. I said Lakeview. There's Lakeview again. JC 45. DSCZ 52. And welcome in. I don't think I've seen you before. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, welcome aboard, sir, or ma'am, or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure.
And Daniel God is my judge. JCM 45. Big Al. Ocean 374. Mario Mosen. Reloader 762. And Michael Hurtneck again. So,
Daniel, I don't think anybody in the side chat is fragile.
all right, let me go up here and see what.
I don't know. Baloo might have you beat on that one.
Yeah. Way to go, Alabama Reloader.
Oh my goodness. Daniel, I will pay you to steal it and take it with you. I'll even pay the shipping to get it back to Willie just to watch the look on his face. Oh, goodness.
Y'all are not going to make Willie hop around Georgia for 3 weeks. I will not allow this.
I'll give him a cane.
You're going to have to get him some
Crutches. Yeah.
crutches. Yeah.
I'll give him my cane. He can have mine.
Okay.
Get him a walker.
Yeah, and we'll take a tennis ball off of one corner of it. That way he keeps walking around in circles.
Put a bike horn on it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how Hopalong Cassidy got his nickname. I mean, that can't. He wasn't born, and his mama took one look at him and said, "His name is Hopalong."
It's because he walked like Chester.
Yeah, well, maybe. There's Jeremy Gunslinger. What's going on, boy?
I'm talking a bunch of crap because I know Willie's watching or listening and doesn't want to hop in here. So I'm trying to entice him in here.
Uh-oh. Who had a leg lamp drawing and didn't send it to Fuzz T4K?
It's an award.
Right. So, Jeremy, welcome in, buddy. We've been missing you. Glad to see you out there tonight. Anybody got any reloading questions? Throw them up in the side chat, and we'll try our best to get to the root of the matter.
Plantar fasciitis. Oh my goodness. Sir Daniel, are you planning on coming down? If you are, that's awesome and cool, and you're more than welcome.
That ain't nothing.
Whoa. Scott, come on, man.
Yes, Jason. I love you even more now, brother. I'm telling
Yes,
you what.
sir. Yes, sir. Sick 'em. But you know why Georgia beat Clemson? Because Trevor Lawrence, who graduated from my Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, went pro.
That's probably a big major part of it.
All right, sweet, Daniel. You're more than welcome, sir. Bring me some ice cream.
Ooh, just say that word around here.
You know, Chester could really sing.
Yeah.
He really could. I saw a YouTube video of him singing "Tumbling Tumbleweed."
Yeah, in a movie,
Yeah.
right? I think I saw that too.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
That's pretty bad for Big Al to be saying SEC all the way. Wow.
Well, that's because his team is getting ready to join.
Yes, yes, Mario, the Barney Squad.
I do not know the answer to that question, Uncle John, but I know Georgia had 7 or 8 quarterback sacks.
Put reloaders up there. Yeah, thank you. Good to know. Glad to have him.
Big deal.
Good.
We
Very
got a
good.
we got a dude with a PhD in casting right over there on the other side of the room. So if you got any questions,
PhD in casting. You mean a PBD?
Lakeview got a question here for CW.
It
wow,
was a half-inch Lakeview, and it was about a little over 30 inches, but I ended up chopping about another 3 or 4 off. So make your first bend farther up the piece than you think you need, and it'll leave you room at the top because then you can just cut square and reduce it to what you need. The middle bends are the ones that are critical.
Come on, Scott.
well, dang insight.
I just one thing I don't understand. These reloading press manufacturers know that you always got to just stick your hands in there, and they put things in a way, you know, like like the Reading RCBS alignment, putting their primer tube in front of the press. Then you got Lee putting her handle in front of the press. I just don't get it. Why just move these things out of the way? You want the front of the press clear.
All I
Yeah,
can
you.
think of, and somebody mentioned it in one of my comments there, is that it's going to put torque on that ram, and you can see it when you're seating a primer. It does torque it a little bit.
Yeah,
So, long term, it's probably going to have some effect. Time will tell.
right.
The straighter you can be, the least amount of wear you're going to have.
Uh,
So that's probably the reason. Some engineer figured that out quick. So
That's right, Walter. You're correct. So I was thinking of Ken Curtis when I said that about singing "Tumbling Tumbleweed." Uh, I don't know if Dennis Weaver could sing or not, but yeah.
Curtis could, yeah.
to Mario's question, yes. For rifle, you should size first and then trim. Actually, for anything, you should size first and then trim.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir,
Just
Mario.
just know that your little spuds are going to be really tight.
Say that again.
Your caliber spuds for your trimmer, if you size first, they're going to be real tight.
Yeah.
I've never heard them called that. Talking about like for the lineman trimmer and stuff, the little
Yep.
plugs. Okay, I've never heard them called that. That's interesting.
You know
Maybe
that
that,
the
maybe that's what they call them. I don't know.
was it the Lee APC? Is it the new one now? They're on sale for $60 at Midway.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm really tempted. To
Julio, read that again.
Yeah, I know. I I read it, but I sort of ignored it. So.
I know. I blew through it too, but it took a second.
So
I
Scott's
saw
on
that
it
big
tonight.
out. Looks really good. That rifle looks nice. Let's see a
Scott
shooting
is on
video.
it tonight. He's nailing it. Yes, Big Al. We call them taters. y'all are having a great time tonight. This is awesome.
yeah, it's pretty cool, guys.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
CW, that coaxial single stage reloading press that you had from Frankfurt Arsenal.
Yep.
I got an email today that Natchez has got it on sale 51% off for $344.99.
Wow.
I paid 110.
That's a better price.
Yeah.
I found it on Amazon, but I bought it at Midway.
Oh, wow.
Things can change. Wow.
Yep. I wouldn't have paid that. Bought the mech because I like that. For $110 free shipping, I said, I can try that.
Yeah, there are no stupid questions.
What is that, Daniel? I don't speak French.
Jeremy, wait a minute before you go. He asked earlier, does anybody know what size barrel, what length barrel Hodgson uses for their test loads and their
It,
loading data?
it's usually in the Hodgson. I don't know. If you've got the Hodgson manual, which they print, it's like a magazine. It does tell you in that for each caliber what they're actually using. Um, I I mean, it varies with every caliber and whether it's pistol or rifle, and it's usually a universal, you know, one in whatever twist. Mosquitoes. But go to Hodgson.com and it should tell you in the load data section what they're using for that particular round. If I had my phone on me, I would look and show you.
Mario's got one there. That's kind of one that comes up a lot. And 5.56 brass is actually no thicker. If you check the internal volume with 223, you'll find it's going to be very, very, very close. 7.62, on the other hand, military versus 308, you're going to find that it's a lot thicker. It's got a lot less internal volume.
Yeah,
Right.
I have my share of the high pressures with military 308.
Yep, that is thicker, but 223 is not.
Yeah, even though it's subtract like 10%, it's
Yep.
still not enough, depending on
And
the
you can
power.
check it with yourself with water.
Yeah,
Before you deprime it, check it with water. You'll see. You'll prove it to yourself.
A lot of load manuals have separate data for that, don't they? Some of them have 5.56 loaded
Well,
out.
556 and 223 is loaded to different pressures, and that's the reason that
Yeah.
everybody gets up in arms. They're not the same. Dimensionally, the cases are identical. The chambers up to the throat are identical. The throat in a 556 is a little different, and the way they read the pressures is different because the military doesn't subscribe by SAMI specs. They have their own specs, and they
Right.
read pressure in the barrel. So the bullet is fired, pressure builds, pushes the bullet out. It travels X length down the barrel. Then they read pressure. SAMI reads it in the
They
chamber.
measure it pretty much right there at the gas block.
So if you fire a 556 in some 223s, you may be 70,000 cup, 65,000 cup, and that's way above what the 223 is designed for. That's why they say it's not safe. But dimensionally, they're the same. The cases are the same. Everything's identical. The throat's a little longer in the 556, but that's why we got the Wildy chamber because it balances them two out. But they're still the same. It's just the throat, the length of the bullets. That's all.
Right.
But
Yeah,
the
but
major
yeah.
major difference
Mario.
is the pressures.
Yes, Mario. With a 308, if you're using military brass, you want to make sure you're on the low side to start because you're going to find pressure is going to build faster because the internal volume is less.
Yeah, because so you look at some loading manuals, they shouldn't do that. They have the regular 308 in the military combining in that same page and say the same, but it's really not the same.
Right.
Well, like I said, check it for yourself if you're wondering. Just
Yeah,
fill it up with water, rate to a little water tension, and dump it in a Remington or a Winchester or a Federal case, and you'll see it'll be down below. It'll be down in the neck.
yeah,
Another thing to do is start in the middle and work up or down and figure out the best group. That's what I did.
yeah.
And my 308 rounds, you can hear them crunch when you seat that bullet. And I shot it, and the next one went right on top of it. You can ask Jamie shot it. Willie's not here. Willie shot it. Chico shot it.
Good night,
And
Wes.
it's a compressed load, but
Thanks for
man,
stopping
my
by.
rifle likes it. So I mean, it just depends on what your rifle likes.
Yeah, most of the 308 stuff, or at least when you're loading with extruded powders, you're going to find crunching it down isn't really a big deal. Yeah, you're changing the burn rate a tiny bit, but generally it's not a problem. Some powders don't like it, but most of them are okay with it.
Right.
Compressed loads, I mean.
Good point, Buzz.
That is a very good point. It took me an entire weekend to develop my 308 load, and I had the press with me at the shooting range.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yes, that's a very
I
good
need
idea.
to start bringing me a book.
Yeah.
So what, Tim?
Said I need to start bringing me a book to these. I got to start writing this stuff down. I did not know about that with the 308 762. And I've got some.
There's a couple of differences between.
Just remember, all your manuals will tell you it's using this primer, this powder, this case, this bullet. Anything that changes, that throws the recipe out the window.
Right.
As an experienced loader, you've learned and know that more than likely you're going to be okay. But don't rely on that because it's not a rule. It's just probably. And if you're up near maximum when you say kind of probably and you change something like that, it could be a problem. So
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yep.
And
This is good to start low and do your first shot low.
Even if you're loading 4350 powder and you get to the end of the can and you reach on the shelf, you grab another can, you really should back down before you start loading again because the powders aren't the same. It's the same name, same number, but it could be different. So you should back down and work back up again.
It's a different match.
And don't mix the both of them together. Let's say you have a couple grains of one and grab a full bottle. That's a big no-no. Don't mix them up.
like I said, I need a book.
Different lots are not necessarily exactly the same. You should be finding what in today's day and time, you should.
I got one too, Tim. But
Yeah.
I write stuff down that people say so I can get back to it more than
Yeah.
trying to remember things. But hey, it's the same thing
Yeah.
for future reference.
Yeah, shoot, starting low and working up. Experimentation. That's
Yeah.
fun stuff, Walter. No question about it.
Whenever I go in there, I look at the minimum and the maximum, and I usually stick around the minimum. I may work up to about halfway in between, but I'll never go near the maximum. Not
I
yet.
played around with mine. I had my window that I was using, and I started out test firing the medium right in the middle, and I didn't see any pressure signs or anything like that on the primers. So I went to the next lower one to see if that would give me better accuracy, and it didn't. I went down from that, and it didn't, and still had no pressure signs. Went up from the middle one round, and the group started tightening up. Went up again, group started tightening up. Went up again, group started tightening up. Went up to the max that I was willing to shoot, and it was the best group I shot, which still was not the max for that cartridge. So I went a little bit further, one more tenth, and they're in the same hole. My gun harmonics love that frequency, and it's just bing, bang, boom.
Something you're going to find as you load more is most often your most accurate load is at or above 100% powder density, meaning a full case of powder. So if you've got a slightly compressed load, you're likely in that range.
I'm telling you, the first time I pulled that handle on that next load, and I heard that, I was like, "Oh crap!" But I knew I wasn't above. What two different load manuals said as far as max. They said they were compressed, but it wasn't max.
Also, when you're reading pressures, when you're trying to figure out how hot a load is, everybody looks at primers, but they're actually the worst thing in the world to look at. They're very, very unreliable, and they're really not always a testament as to what's going on. Yes, they'll always be flat rather when you have a really hot load, but when you initially start to see flattening primers, it could be just a thin primer cup. Not all primers are created equal. You'll have some that will flatten out sooner than others, and you may actually even see flattened primers before you're going to actually be over pressure with certain primers. Conversely, everybody's looking at something I always chuckle about, but many people are so in tune with the ARs, the MSR platform, that they start talking about ejector swipes and things on the back of the brass. Well, you don't get that with a bolt action or a pump or a single shot, but you'll hear guys talk about their pressures. And, I was shooting my Ruger #1, and I know it's good because I didn't have any ejector swipes. Well, you don't get those in that rifle because the way the AR works, it's that bolt head turns, and it turns violently and abruptly. So the pressure is still built up in that chamber. That brass is glued to the wall of that chamber, but that extractor is turning, that bolt head is turning to pull that brass out. That's how you get extractor marks. So in a bolt action, it cams and turns, but you're not working it as fast as that pressure peak is. And you're much, much better off listening to the report of your rifle. You'll hear a different report if you're getting up near high pressures. Bolt lift on a bolt action. The pump is hard to come back on a pump. And then the best one is case head. You measure your case heads, and you see the amount of expansion you get in your case head. Now, even that is not something you can say, okay, 5 thousandths is too much, because some chambers are a little bigger than other chambers. You get a really tight chamber, a couple of thousandths of case head expansion is going to be a max load for that gun. But if you've got, let's just revert to handguns, Glock chambers are really big. If you've got a Glock type chamber or a large chamber, you could get 6 or 7 thousandths of case head expansion and not be at maximum because your chamber is just fat. So you need to learn your rifle and just know what you're looking at. You can't always just look at primers. And I said another thing is pistols. A lot of guys will say, "Oh, my pistol I was shooting, and I got really flat primers." Well, if you get flat primers in, let's say, a semi-auto pistol handgun cartridge, you're so high in pressure you don't even realize where you are, because even light, thin primers are going to hold the pressure that's generated by 12, 15, 18,000 cup without flattening. And that's the maximum for that cartridge, like a 380, let's say, which I've been loading a lot lately. You see flat primers in a 380, boy, you better back down because you're quite hot. That's a low pressure caliber.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's the strength of the metal. So, and then a rifle would be on the other end. Like if you're shooting a primer that was good and okay in, say, a 30-30, and you take that same primer and seat it in a 270, well, a 30-30 is running 40,000 cup, 42, 45,000 cup. You run that in a 270 at 65 or 67,000 cup, you could be perfectly fine, but you're going to see flat primers because the primer isn't really suited for that level of pressure.
So Miss Kitty joined us. Good stuff. Yeah, you got to know and the more you do it, the more you're going to learn about your particular rifle, what it likes, what's safe and what's not. Um, Another thing I wanted to talk about, we're about halfway through the chat, and I've been meaning to bring this up, but we've had plenty to talk about already. But what do you guys think, or what do you do about primer seating depth? Is this anything we should be concerned about? Um, I know. Let me give you an example. A friend of mine asked me, how do I measure my primer seating depth? And I tried to take a picture. So, calipers, 6.5 Creedmoor. So, let me blow this up just for a second, guys. And I'll try to turn this around. But about the only way I knew to do it was you hold your case in one hand and your calipers in the other, and you got that little depth measurement right there. You want to make sure that you keep that square and flat, and that your little depth gauge is primer pocket. And I know I didn't have that right because it's showing 10 thousandths. There's no way that thing's 10 thousandths deep. Let me do it right and look at it. So according to my process, I'm flush, but you can feel it. And I'm of the opinion when it comes to, yeah, there you go. Let me get off of here. Wow, y'all going so fast I can't keep up. Hold on a minute, Jerry. Look at here, look at here. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog. He rubs it on his good tooth.
Yep, that's the way to do it, Jerry. Just slightly below flush. It's really not something you need to measure. You look in some of the earlier manuals, they'll tell you to put it on a piece of glass and it make sure it doesn't rock. As long as it sits flush, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But ideally, you want to be just below flush, and usually you can just run a fingertip over it, and you can tell. You're going to be 2 to 3 thousandths, 4 thousandths probably max, like the thickness of a piece of paper. It's not going to be much, but you want to make sure you're at or below flush. If you go too much, you're going to crush the anvil, and you could actually cause yourself to have a dud. And if you don't go far enough, if you leave it proud, number one, in semi-auto, you could have a a slam fire. But number two, if you leave it proud, you could get a dud because the hammer or the firing pin inertia is going to move that primer forward and not have enough to actually ignite it or pop it. So you can shoot that same cartridge again and it'll fire because all your power of your firing pin strike or your hammer actually moved the primer to the seated depth. Yeah, you develop a feel, just keep it until it bottoms out. That's right. But you got to develop a feel. So as a beginner, you're not going to have that feel. But you just put it really slow and you'll feel it stop. You'll feel it bottom. Just don't go any further. And then feel it with your finger and you'll feel that it's flush or like slightly below.
So it's good to see Bulldog. Everybody's telling Bulldog hi out there.
Hello, sir.
Okay, that's what I thought, 762, but Jeremy's long gone now.
Well, Hodgson has, it's been a while since they made a real manual. So they do that magazine. So they don't give us that cover page, that gives you all your dimensions, all your measurements and everything. So that's probably what initiated his question.
Yeah, it's all about feel. Everybody's wanting to measure everything, and yeah, no. Oh, I'm gonna make Daniel some grits. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make him some grits that'll slap him naked and hide his clothes.
All right, Ian.
You guys ain't right.
Yeah, but we ain't wrong either. Oh yeah, you will. Ain't no cream of wheat coming up in here. Although I do detect a trip to Shoney's in our future. Willie and Jamie.
Yeah, you ain't right, man. Dadgummit. I know the feeling, buddy. Yeah. Shrimp and grits is, yeah. You put a bowl of shrimp and grits on your head, your tongue's gonna slap your brains out trying to get at it.
Hey, Jamie, we might need to run down to Henry's down in Ackworth. Invade that place.
I've never been there, but I got a buddy that lives about half a mile from there, and he's gave me instructions to make sure that I do.
Well, I'm telling you, he leaves once a week in an airplane, flies down to New Orleans to his parents' place to their shrimp market, and brings back his own fish and shrimp and all his seafood. It's all fresh, and man, it's good.
We don't do instant grits down here. They make instant grits for y'all Yankees, Daniel. Just saying. There's John's hand loading. What's going on, brother? Hey, man, we're just glad to have you. Come on in here and pull up a chair, brother.
Pull you up a chair and sit down by it.
Sit down on it. No. No.
As Bruce Willis would say, welcome to the party, pal.
Well, there you go. So, yeah, this guy that I know, he's he teaches our Wednesday night men's group, and he was student at his Dillon, isn't seating the primers as deep as it used to, and then he started doing research. and he he's been reloading um, 9 millimeter on a Dillon 550 for um, 8 years.
Oh, look at a sunset or sunrise.
That's Angel's view out of her hotel room in Baton Rouge,
There you go.
That's beautiful.
That
right
ain't
there on
bad.
the Mississippi River. That's pretty. Sorry, guys. You got to keep Mama happy, or ain't nobody happy. So hang on.
G23 down south. That's what we call soul food, bro. Throw in some fried chicken and some cornbread, and you ready to go, man. Okay. Lee Pace setter dies are such a good value. They kind of are. Um, they don't come with
They don't have a shell holder or a scoop or something, right? They're just a
they
die.
don't they don't have the factory crimp die,
Okay.
but I think they incorporate a roll crimp feature in their uh, bullet seating die, but I'm not for sure.
I think you're right on that, sir.
I don't like that because then you're tempted to set it up so that you're seating the bullet and crimping at the same time. And I've told y'all more than once on pretty much any occasion anybody will listen to me that that's a no-no in my book.
Yeah, no, I don't like doing that either.
There are a couple of situations where it does work, but it's not
Kyle,
my favorite,
Kyle,
sir.
look at your screen.
She's down there with the Home Depot rescue squad down there to run the store while all the normal store employees take care of their business.
So John's hand loading from Connecticut also.
I didn't realize that.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Nutmeg nut.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something, Rebel. 67 Rebel. Excuse me. Michael's not here yet, so Mike's not. Anyway, cheese grits will hurt you. They will burn you while you're cooking them. That is.
They stick a little more, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll pop up out of that pan and land on your arm, and buddy, you got a problem.
That's all right. I'm gonna get Daniel eating grits. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't know how you can resist good grits early in the morning.
Angel said she was gonna be on here tonight, or at least watching it. She may just be being quiet, or she might have found a good seafood restaurant. Hell, I don't know.
So he ain't completely a West Coast boy. Check that out.
I didn't hear you, Jamie. What'd you say?
I said, G's not completely a West Coast guy. His
Oh,
family's from Louisiana, Missouri. Yeah.
no, Scott. Cheese grits burn better with bacon grease.
Okay. Well, what's missing? Something's missing.
Hang on. I might have to look around. I got the. Oh goodness. I don't know if this is a pace setter set or not. Of course, I don't have the piece of paperwork with it. That's my 270 set. Let's see.
Bullet feeding die.
Yeah,
What are you doing, Jesse?
yeah, if it's a cast bullet, you're gonna have to do some modification to the second piece, not the first.
Yeah, that Jesse, that's a drama. That is
Yeah.
a drama.
If it's a jacket, it's fine, but not for cast bullet.
I tried it too. It's already back in the die holder and put in the closet. I know you got that Loadmaster and you're trying to make everything as automated as you can, but nah, you still gonna have to seek that bullet.
Yep.
There's a thought. Just
Well,
if
you can. I mean,
you can track her down.
she's staying at the Hilton right there on the river.
That's nice, man. I didn't know what. That's the longest name for a shotgun I've ever read in my life. You know, Frenchie, I know. I know they make shotguns, make good automatic shotguns, semi-autos. Excuse me. And then we start talking about companion German. We go from shotguns to dogs, and then back to shotguns again in the name of this thing. So yeah,
Yep, Dave is correct.
and I'm just now getting to the comment that you were laughing about 20 minutes ago. Y'all are great, man. Y'all are blowing us up.
No, heck, I made that comment. He just retyped it.
Okay, whatever.
Uh,
Yeah, we do, Mario. John says he's a Yankee and he loves grits, but not the instant kind. South Carolina and most Southern foods. Gee, you need to get back home, man. I'm telling you, buddy. All right, let's start going the other way. How about that? See how I can keep up. I don't know what that is.
It's a plane.
SR-71 Blackbird.
Yep.
Cool. Be careful, like you keep your head down, brother.
Instant. Cranky. There's the door right there. There's the door. See your way out of it.
Leave him alone.
No. When you see that comment, you will say the same thing. No. I feel like the two cranky men on the Muppets. That's bad.
Yeah.
You probably eat ketchup on your steak. I'm sorry, I'm acting like a Muppet. My bad. At least somebody got it. Okay, thank you.
Oh man, there's Cranky. Hey Cranky, I'm gonna let that slide because we just
No, we're not. No, we're not.
yeah.
Who the hell puts ketchup on corn?
Thanks, Bulldog. We'll see if we can get her to come meet you somewhere. That would save you some shipping. And what you talking about? That's getting more and more. Yeah, there you go. Yuck.
See, Cranky? I'm not the only one. As a matter of fact, if y'all hadn't looked up that song, Aaron Lewis, I'm not the only one.
I tell y'all how I start my grits. I'll take 2 slices of bacon and cut them up in slices about that wide. Put them
Yep,
in the boiler, fry them off. Then I
yep,
put a half a cup, about half a teaspoonful of garlic in there.
yep.
Stir them up.
Then what are
And
you gonna do with it?
then I'm gonna put water in there till it boils, and then I'm gonna put some grits in there.
Yep. And then what?
When it starts thickening up and splashing up on you where it's burning you,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you can put about half a cup of cheese off in there.
And
So, and
then
I still, then you just eat it.
you bring it to my house is what you do.
Yeah, but yeah, I still got to make that video for the Emperor. Um, he couldn't make it to be with us tonight. Y'all know what he's got going on in his family, and then he's got a grandson playing football. And, y'all know what night it is. It's
Friday
Friday night
night.
football in the South is a big deal.
Friday night lights, baby.
Yep. And it's about 87 degrees, so it should be nice and warm on that field today.
Yeah, butter, butter, butter. Yeah, you're not far from the Emperor, are you, Tim?
No, I'm just down the road. He's about maybe 30 minutes from me.
Really?
Oh man, that
Yeah.
way when I come visit one of you, I can visit both of you.
Visit the other.
Yeah. You pick the place, we'll meet there.
Yeah, JCM. No, you don't put ketchup in grits. I don't. Cranky's messing with me. That
Look
is not
what
normal.
Look what Cranky's saying right there. He ought to be ashamed of himself.
Take your cream of wheat eating self and I got a game you can go play. It's called Hide and Go Yourself.
So,
And the horse you rode in under.
About grits and how it relates to what we do on our show is that the next morning you can take a 38 special case that hadn't been sized yet and take and stick them down in there, and then you can get them out of there and use them for wad cutters.
Or a rat shot.
All right, they're that hard the next day. The next day, there's G. Pishner. What's going on, dude? Um, the next day, if you got some left in a pan, you can slice them about an inch thick and literally fry them in a frying pan. So anyway, we need to get back to reloading.
I don't know. I'm liking the grit talk. Oh my goodness.
Apple grits. Oh, God.
Well, you gotta admit it was pretty funny.
Yeah, so I got a question. It might be weird. When you work on a load that you're not really sure how it's going to work out, does any of you say a first prayer before you pull the trigger?
Every time, sir.
Every time.
Yeah.
I do it every time.
Oh my goodness, Daniel! No, you're not allowed at my house. No, bad. No, my lord. I don't know. It might be good. Leave the ketchup out.
What we're talking about, small magnum here.
He had a guy stop him at a range and ask him if he could use rifle primers in a 9mm.
Maybe ish. In a pinch.
The trouble you may have, besides what you're thinking, is they can be pretty thick, especially the magnums or the 41s. And you may, if you have a weak system in your pistol, you may not even get the shells to go off.
Yeah.
I would definitely back off a little bit.
Yep. They'll fit fine, but they may not work.
Sir Daniel, whatever you want to bring, sir. If not, we can load some up here. I don't know what you're bringing, so therefore I can't tell you. And I don't know how many days I'm going to take off. Which, I mean, y'all are more than welcome to go and without me if I have to go to work. But
Wow, that's cool for this time of the night. Way to go. Good stuff.
let's see
Yeah. It's 63 here, but throughout the day it's pretty warm.
let's see what it is here in beautiful downtown where I'm at, Georgia.
We went
showing
down to
69
Westport
degrees.
tonight, Julio.
It's 67 here,
Went down to
Jamie.
Westport tonight. Bills.
Oh, yeah?
67.
Yeah, it was real nice.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it was actually a little cool.
Yeah, no, today was a nice day. Yeah,
It was nice.
a little breezy out.
So what about when you're wanting to use like you do 350 Legend, right, Julio?
Yes.
Right. So when 350 Legend first came out, we didn't have a whole lot of load data, and some of the powders that we were using, we pretty much had to make up our own data. And I know CW did as well. There's a lot of research that goes into making up your own data
Yep.
when there ain't, and you know that powder's going to work in that cartridge because you got burn rates that are right next to something that you've got load data on. But it's still nerve wracking as crap. What you want to do is tie a string on the trigger and then go around behind the tree and pull it.
All right.
I don't even know what that is, Jerry. You and yeah, peas, carrots, and pineapple grits.
That's what I said. That no, bad. All right. I'm fixing to blow up the internet. Y'all ready? There you go.
What'd you do?
Added a comment in the side chat. You'll get to it in a minute.
I will never have grits. Man,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Uncle John.
I'm not.
I can go with grits and catfish. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I just jumped 20 comments. I can't keep up with y'all guys tonight. Man, y'all are so awesome.
I know it. It's great. It's great. Everybody's acting up. G23. I'll have 3 servings. Yes, sir. Oh, whoa. Well, maybe.
9mm. Where'd that come from?
That's about the primers.
Somebody posted
Yeah,
something
okay.
here.
I think you're further behind than you think you are, Jamie.
Yeah.
I know.
Biggie says that's what we end up doing. We end up using the 357 maximum load data when we started
Yeah.
to 50.
The only problem with that is if you're in a AR, you may not have a proper powder to produce enough gas to make it function. But the loads are going to be safe because it's got a little less powder volume
Right.
and loaded to a lower pressure. So any maximum load is going to be safe, but it may not function in your AR. But it's going to be safe.
Oh, and to answer Jason Stewart's question, not at all.
Me either.
I don't care if I'm loading on the blue press or the red press or the gray press. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. If chartreuse with pink coattails seems to coat better, that's what I'm using.
What was his question? I missed it.
Do you color coordinate your powder coat with the press that you're using?
Oh, No,
There you go.
with the load I do, but not with the.
How OCD about the colors of your reloading stuff to match your press?
Now there's a good idea, Cranky. That might would work.
Make your own trail balls.
Oh wow, guys, I can't keep up. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't keep up with you guys.
Oh my goodness. Daniel, I don't know what you're loading up, sir. I'm sure you have my email address. Email me your phone number and we'll talk about it. I don't know exactly what we're doing.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have a problem going out and blowing a bunch of rounds up. Not a problem at all.
Yep, it's very similar. Matter of fact, Biggie, my starting load data was 350, 357 maximum data.
Daniel, as far as 9mm, I would say I don't know how long you're staying. I would say 300 to 500. I mean, we're not going to go there and blow 500 an hour, because let's face it, yeah.
Yeah, the load I have a 350 Legend, which I like, is I'm using H110 and it's hugging right at the bottom of the bullet, and it runs beautifully.
Dang, Walter. Yeah, but we did 350 Legend. We did have to get creative and do a lot of research.
Yeah, yep.
And I know CW was doing that too.
Oh yeah, I found blue dots. Not a good choice.
Yeah, no, Blue Dot is
It spikes.
yeah,
I'm still looking. I've seen a couple, and I've got some notes in my reloading manual just from other videos that I've been watching. Anybody got any good green dot loads for slugs or buckshot?
I could check my manuals.
yeah.
I've looked through what I had, and I saw somebody put a video out, and I jotted it down right quick. But I just wondering if anybody had a tried and true.
I tried Green Dot with regular or clay shooting.
When all this craziness started a year ago or a year and a half ago, my buddy said, "Hey, I found this. You said something about dot. You want me to get it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, get it. I don't care what it is." And it's green dot, and I can't find any load data for it.
As far as a temperature, I've never measured it. But what you're looking for is a straw color, and it's really hard to see on some brass. If you watch any old time stuff, old guys, you'll see they'll do it with a torch, and they do it in the dark so that you have a better chance of seeing that. But if you get it glowing red, you're too hot. You could actually.
Okay, all right. If you're using melted salt and video coming up, unboxing and using, you set the melter to 500 degrees so you don't break the 700 degree mark, or 730 I think it is, to where it starts decaying the brass. You get it to 500 degrees, it relaxes everything and it doesn't overheat the brass, and you drop it in some water and you're done. Hang on, there.
There he is.
I'll do a partial unboxing. Annealing salt. There's a partial unboxing.
I got lots of brass I need to anneal.
Well, I'll get the pot hot and come on.
Good to see Willie out there, man. We was
Sir
talking about
William. I was about to say, Jamie, take me off the big screen there. I'm not front stage. Willie, come on. I know you getting excited, but you ain't that damn excited. Get on here. Who's clicking? Okay, thank you for stopping.
So yeah, with slugs, I like using a lot of blue dot and a few other. I have used HS6. That worked out pretty good.
I've
And
heard
green
about the
dot,
blue and the red and all that stuff.
yeah, and green dot I've used a lot in just in shot or 44 Magnum, 44 Special. Worked out real good also. But never tried green dot with the slugs.
Yeah, I've just seen a couple of different videos with green dot powder, but I mean, I'm not scared. I got some load data wrote down in the notes section over here in my manual. That's why you always carry a notepad.
I think it's
Uh-huh.
just a little slower than red dot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, give me some purple, huh?
Hang
I
on,
never
hang
tried
on.
this. It was pretty good too.
Herco used to be a Magnum shotgun primer too, so that's even slower than green dot. And blue dot's a little slower too. Blue dot's a Magnum shotgun powder.
Yeah. The only thing that blue dot always leave a little bit unburned powder, but it works pretty good.
Yeah, I got blue
Big
dot.
E, everything that I've seen says set your PID to 500 degrees, leave it in there for 5 seconds. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I haven't done it yet. Salt using melted salt. All right, I think he's talking about flame temperature or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out in a minute.
Yeah, if your brass turns red, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Long shot.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to get kind of in edgewise.
That's another powder too, long shot. That's very. I tried that with slugs. That works very well too.
I got some right here. That's what I've been using for the slugs.
Yeah, no, that was really good.
And yes, it works great, and it packs a punch.
And if it is the recoil is too harsh, you could back off on that because long shot is very like forgiving,
Jamie, did you take care of that for Willie?
I did.
All right, my man. I want some pecan logs and some peanut chews.
Really?
There's a Willie Bullet Man.
What are you doing, sir?
As you can see, I'm in a car, guys, and I just scared the shit out of my wife. I'll be right on, guys, okay? Just give me a second. I had to go get my drugs. So I'll be right on.
And Dave, you're not wrong. They are accurate, and man, they are powerful. Oh my goodness! I haven't made it back down to a place where I can mess around and shoot whatever I want to. I have to shoot what they tell me I can. Whatever. But yeah, whew. They've got some umph to them. What? Big E, I don't know. What?
Something's amiss. We're not
Yeah,
speaking.
that's a long time.
I generally have my brass in the flame for about 4 to 5, 6 seconds at most.
Yeah. We're not jiving on the same thing. I don't know what you got.
Yeah.
You don't want it to glow.
Yeah, 'cause I seen a video on it, and the guy just puts them in and takes them back out pretty quickly. And it's got the ring mark on it, you know?
Yep. That's why I do it with my fingers, because if your fingers get too hot, you've got too much heat at that case head.
Yeah, that's what I did last my batch. I had it in my fingers. It worked out
Yep.
pretty well.
Yeah, it works out fine.
Marking.
You're not going to burn your fingers, so you only do it once.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Won't do that again.
You know how I learned not to grab a red piece of brass? This is why. The videos that I've seen, it's like between 5 and 10 seconds if you keep the
Yeah.
salt at 500 degrees.
Hey, Big E. Remember me saying earlier about my friend who was fussing about the bullet seating depth, and I took him my Frankfurt Arsenal hand primer, and that couldn't get it low enough to suit him either. But man, I could feel it hitting bottom, and it wouldn't go no further. But anyway, when I was looking for solutions for his 550, I ran up on that guy Reese on the range. He's pretty slick. So, and I've never seen him before, but yeah, if y'all get a chance, go find that dude. He's pretty slick.
I've seen him around. I never did subscribe or anything because he didn't have any recent videos when I would see him, but I could see it.
Yeah. So y'all running off and leaving me again.
No, I'm just walking through the house.
No, man, I was talking about the side chat. I'm having trouble keeping up again.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't think we want a Russian slug to be armor piercing. That's the last thing we need.
I'm gonna put Willie to work casting a bunch of them Russian slugs. But I am gonna need Mr. CW's help on finding that mold that he's got with
Could be
Paradox.
the round dome one. The ones that you sent me.
I should just send it down to you.
I would like to have that mold, if not for 3 weeks or something, but or to get my own, whatever.
Yep. Well, if we can't find one, that's what I'll do. I'll send it down to you.
Just send me a link and I'll order it, because I'd like to have the damn mold. I love that bullet.
Yeah, it's a good looking thumper.
Yeah. It's like shooting a lug nut at a bass fiddle. Yeah, it's a thumper.
Good night, Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
We gotta get Walter back on here one night.
Good night, Walter.
Good night, Walt.
He was Walter was on Echo's channel. No, it was whose was it?
ARs.
AR's, yeah.
Yeah, Thursday
Channel last
night.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was every one of them I think was getting a very good education from Walter last night.
I'm
If
telling
you
you.
get a chance. If you get a
Walter's
chance,
sharp.
check it out. Yes,
Walter.
he is.
Including High Boy, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
I love High Boy to death, but he needs to know that God gave him one mouth and two ears for a reason. It just seemed like he was trying to take over that chat.
What are you doing?
So I'm not in the field much. So you guys Which is better, to dump them in water or let them air dry?
I've always dumped them in water.
The ones I've done, I let them air cool in a towel.
I believe
Hey,
the reason is
there's a
just,
video here somewhere, people. There's a
Good night,
video
G.
here
Kushner.
somewhere.
I believe the reason is to make sure that the heat doesn't transfer down into the web.
Right.
Okay.
That's the reason that they also stand them up in water. That was one method. It just acts as a big heat sink. It just doesn't
Yeah.
let the case heads get hot.
And I don't know. I'm not an expert on any of this. Like I say, it was sent to me, and me and Willie are going to play with it when he gets here.
Don't lick your fingers.
Oh, come on. I was going to do that.
You were going to lick my fingers?
Don't lick your fingers.
Yeah.
Willie, do not lick my fingers.
Mm.
Don't pull his finger either.
I don't think that'll get hot enough if car. I think if you try that,
Now you're going to try to use a torch or a.
Yeah, it's not going to put enough heat on enough area at one time to make everything relax. I wouldn't think.
You guys are disgusting and kneeling, I'm assuming.
Yep. Good night, G. Pishner.
Good night, Mr. Fish. Commissioner. So how is everyone doing?
I'm doing good. You?
I'm just, everything's in the car. I'm ready to go.
That's good.
I'm down to, 7/10 of an ounce, they said. And that's not much before I'll be at 50 pounds. So
Good night, Greg.
I'm pretty much at 50 pounds,
good night,
Have a good
man.
weekend.
Sonic.
We're watching for that video on that new shotgun.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Subsonic. I got one of those bullets. I was going to send him right here. I got to get his address from him, mail him some of these in zinc.
Mr. Bulldog, if you would like to, that would be well appreciated, and I'll make sure you get them back.
That's funny.
Hello, Rebel.
I can see that.
Yeah, I have found that the Winchester brass seems to have the most case files than the other brands do.
I've never paid enough attention to worry about it with 308, to be quite honest with you. I'm not doing compressed loads, so.
I've found that if I don't use Lake City brass, my using the exact same load, the exact same die setup, and all that, powder charge and everything, I get the most accuracy out of the Lake City ones. I think because it's a more compressed load than, say, Winchester or Starline or something like that.
Yeah, with me, I was doing good until I went, use a little military brass that I had, and I loaded up the same day that was before, and man, it's like, oops, that didn't go too well.
No, me, G23, me and Willie are going to fix Jamie's mold.
What's wrong with his mold?
I'll show you when you get here.
That rusty old corroded job.
No, it ain't rusty and corroded. It's just got a little surface rust on it.
Hey,
I'm going to fix
don't
it.
talk about my molds like that. Dadgummit, man. That thing was pristine when I sent it to him.
I already told you this. I'll buy you a damn new one. Damn.
No, you won't. We'll fix that one. It's okay.
I'll even pay today's prices. I done
No,
told
you
you.
won't.
It wasn't my fault. I left it on the table and a storm blew in.
I know.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
used to steel molds. I didn't know I had to take it inside and put it in a pillow and
That's why I like California. I don't have to worry about it. I'm
Shut
going
up.
to be safe.
Shut up, communist.
I'm speaking. That much is true. California. Now, Kyle, did you get a package today?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I have checked the port several times.
Okay,
Cranky,
good.
that's cold blooded, brother. That's just cold blooded.
Yeah, I don't want to even say what I'm thinking about that.
Oh, I'll be flying, no problem. You know, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. My wife's all scared about it, and I'm like, I'm not. It sucks that it happened, you know, but oh well. It's my time. It's my time.
48.95.
That, hey man, I would like to think that they would be so alert for anything, even halfway sideways.
Right.
Right.
Super Dave, I'm running 42.9 with 208 Hornady AMAX with 4064. That's a crunchy load.
I think that's like a universal accuracy load because I've heard that 41 grains of
I
4895.
like that powder.
Very
I am
many, many
48.95.
I've been real close to that with my 168. I've never done over the twos like Kyle does.
Hold on, what did you say, Julio?
Yeah, I like that powder. I am 48.95.
Yeah.
That was the powder that was created for the 30-06 cartridge.
for the Garand.
Yeah, it was real good.
That was one of the first powders I owned because of what I read about it.
I can't remember what I'm running in my 30-06, but
4350 in mine.
no, I'm talking about the grain of
Oh.
the powder charge.
55 with a 180. 55 and a half with a 180 was my load.
I gotta look because when you go to 30-06, it just throws everything off. If you're used to loading 9mm and 40 and 223 and all that stuff, and then you go, holy crap! How much powder can this thing hold?
What are you talking about? 223 is simple. You fill it full of argot, you put a 55 grain pill on it, and you let it eat.
No, I'm talking about remembering my 30-06 load. It's like 49 and a half or something like that, a 48.95.
Okay, quickly. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Was not 4064 formulated to take the place of 4895 in 30-06?
No, sir.
Never heard it. Never heard of 4064.
4064 was formulated as a universal rifle propellant. 4895 was developed specifically for the 30-06. I think it was
In the Garand.
Yeah, it was for the Garand.
Yeah, 167 grain, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, long shot.
And I know if the Scotsman hear me, he'll be crying because he wants to call it Garand. It's the Garand. Oh, cool, Lakeview. I'm waiting for Cajun Gunworks to tell me it's done so I can give them their money and get it sent to me.
Willie's getting excited.
Willie's been excited.
Willie's getting excited.
I've been texting Jamie every night. One more down. One more day down. One more day down. Yep, that's right, Torzak. All you do is want to count the X's.
Everybody's got their pet load. You know, the thing is, do your due diligence and develop your pet load. You know, every rifle's different. You know, no rifle's the same.
Yeah.
I've never tried Shooter's World, any of Shooter World's powder yet.
We'll do that next week.
Oh, sure. I just haven't been able to find it here, too. That's the thing. And plus, I have so much gunpowder right now, I'd hate to say I don't need any more gunpowder for a while.
Never say that, sir.
Okay,
So,
we're running up on the hour. I want to say something about G23's comment right here, and then we'll start going through the room. I went and buy supper the other night. The total was 1945, and I casually commented, "Well, that was a good year." And the young kid, like probably just out of high school or college, anyway, he said, "Well, 1945 was a really sucky world for day for year for most of the world." And I'm like, "Well, it's the year we won the war." And it dawned on me later that night that guys of my age, probably down to probably Kyle's age, um, we look at the world through the eyes of the United States of America, and the younger guys like my son, my daughter, and kids younger that they're 35 and 33. So I think they look at the world more through a global aspect, and I think that's probably part of what the division in our country is all about. I could be wrong, but anyway, um, we won the war, but it was a crappy year for most of the world, and yeah, I guess you could say that. I need to be more. I need to be more of a lot of things, but yeah, guys, look, there's still 36 of y'all out there now. We had almost 50 at one point tonight. Uh, so, guys, we try to aim our live stream toward you guys in the side chat and what you want to talk about because y'all are the reason we're here, and we want to thank each and every one of you for being here. So, good luck, Texan. Y'all win. Pull them in, and Willie, since you was the last one in, we'll let you go first as we tell everybody good night. Tell us what you're going to be working on, and what you got coming up, and
flying to Georgia and not doing shit except for helping you build that reloading room and
well,
teach Kyle how to clean an iron mold, I guess.
good deal, man. I can't wait for you to be here, and I'll see you about 6 o'clock tomorrow evening.
Yes, sir.
Tim S., what you got working on, brother?
Oh, still working on this, trying to move some stuff around so I can get in here and start reloading in here. I worked on the back porch where I'm going to be casting a lot. I'll probably try to finish that. I just working around the house right now and taking care of the family, helping with my daughter and my mother-in-law.
Sir Julio.
Yes, sir.
Bummer, Junkie. We gotta work on that. We gotta help our buddy Lead Bullet Junkie out. And, there's some good advice.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
So, what about you, Julio? You doing anything, or how's your kitchen coming? Is that what you're working on?
I'm working on it. Cabin is supposed to be here next week on Friday, and that's sort of behind schedule. So the house is going to get even more crowded. So much stuff in the way. And I got a special project coming, but I can't do a video till the kitchen is done. So
Well, thank y'all for being here, both Tim and Julio. Thank you very much. CW, what you got working on, man?
Not a lot for me, really. I got a lot done this week, so I'll probably just get some reloading done.
Oh, come on. You need to make another video to piss off somebody so he can on YouTube.
No,
I'll
we
do some more casting. That's about it, really. Same as always. Nothing special, though. What about you, Kyle?
I'm getting ready to expand my house to accept a bunch more people, which is not a problem. My house is open with open arms and full of love, and that's who I am, and that's what I do. Well, I'm gonna put Willie to work on the casting pod over here, and then I'll have some of the childrens that are here separating the wheat from the germ, aka the buckshot molds. They've already separated these, but I can't fit them in the pot yet. So I'll have that going on, and me and Willie gonna have our own little fun, and I'm sure me, Willie, and Jamie will have our own little fun, and then everybody else is gonna show up, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
You know it.
But I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. So, I mean, that's all I can say about it.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks,
And again, guys, yeah, Julio's been being missed up in here. So is Willie. Willie, you should have seen everybody asking about you earlier. Guys, again, thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming in and spending some of your weekend with us. And yeah, John, we're going to work on that, buddy. We definitely are. Uh, we got stuff going on behind the scenes as it is. So and Mike, we're going to do our best to make that happen as well. Might drag Scott Inside Freedom up there with us too. So anyway, guys, y'all been great. Uh, Thank y'all for being here. We hope the Lord blesses y'all all real good. Send us an email at jordanshootingconnection@gmail.com. Y'all check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night. Check out Foreign and Domestic Sunday night on the Crazy Scotsman channel. Lord willing, we'll see y'all next Friday night at 8 o'clock. We hope the Lord blesses you real good. Y'all say good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.